Hi everybody, welcome to WarpPortal Weekly. I'm CM Astra, and our special guest today is this bag of crackers. You've all been duped. Ha! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Our special guest is on their way right now. I'm here ahead of time to make sure the sound is working, because for a while we all know it was having some problems. Sweet, you can hear. Wow, actually, I'm getting a lot of feedback from this mic. Let's see. If I move the mic here, can you still hear me? Oh, wow. Ooh. That's definitely new. Cool. That means I don't have to have the microphone right in front of my face. So that's great news. Who's all here right now? Okay, cool. Rome, yeah, you're not the special guest for today. Dancing Peter, hello. Owned Slayer, Cooney, hello. Games, NW Games Brazil, hello there. Pull, hello, nice to see you again. Ewall. Sound was distorted. I think it's okay now. Eduardo. Cool. Oh, good. That means the microphone is behaving. That's super great. Okay. How many of you are ready to watch us play a little bit of Rock Ridge? It's still brand new here, even though we just came out with Restart. Speaking of Restart, I hope you're all playing now that we have our soft open, or as we're just calling it, Head Start. How many of you have been playing it lately? Let me let our special guest know that we have started, that they can come in anytime they want. Not what do you mean not cool? You've been playing Restart too much? That's cool. So have I. Or been trying to in between all the work. Kasoy VC put about 36 hours in the last 3 to 4 days. That's impressive. Good job. Dancing Peter asks, when is Restart going to have info public for Spawn, EXP, etc.? Hopefully by next week. We're slowly populating the page now. We do have a long weekend ahead of us, so I'm sorry about that. You probably won't see any of that new information until later next week. At least after Wednesday. I'm glad y'all are enjoying Restart. I really am glad. See. Not sure where to level anymore. Aw. Is it too easy? Rome asks, am I going to AX? No, I'm actually not. I'm unfortunately not going to AX. I had Anime Expo plans, but they are now gone, and I'm not doing that anymore, sadly. But is anybody else out there going to Anime Expo? It's a great con, once you get past all the lines. Jet is up at 2 AM with kittens on your lap playing it. That's great. Kantos Khan, hello. About the content, yeah, we're still tweaking things during our soft head start, so a lot of things will be fixed, addressed, or adjusted by Campitor and his team starting next week, after the long break. Yeah, almost just broke 900 players. That's great. Yeah, I've been watching Restart climb just a little more every day. I was impressed when we had 500 and then it went up to 700. I last saw it at around 860 today, but now that we broke 900, that's pretty great. Yes, Restart server is supposed to get content patches on about a monthly basis. We've heard that it's too fast, but it's going to be just incremental. It's going to be pretty small. It won't be like gigantic updates all the time. So it should feel manageable to everybody. That's the hope. $900 real players, yeah. It looks like our special guest is here. Come on in.
Hello?
Look who it is. I bet none of you guessed.
Hello there, folks.
Oh my god, it's Oda! Wait.
久しぶりですね, 皆様.
Wait, I have to. This is actually the first time I've seen him in person, so hang on. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Welcome back. You may.
Yeah.
You may have the chair since you will be playing.
Oh my gosh. Hello there, folks.
Look at that. Look how excited they are.
I'm recognizing some old friends in the chat already. Hi there, folks. Yeah, I remember those kind of comments on the chat too. I'm back. I'm back here for 2.5 weeks. I'm going to be flying back out on the 8th. But yes, I'm taking a break from my studies, as Pepdino has said.
One of our GMs just looked into the stream room and like yelled. He's waving. You should wave back. Okay.
But, you know, while I'm here in Los Angeles, I definitely wanted to say hi to all you folks and bring over a few goodies that I found in my travels to the Far East. I've been, you know, I always check out used bookstores in Japan. They've got some wonderful stuff, and any Ragnarok stuff that I find, I've been bringing.
Oh, wow.
So this is like a strategy guide. It's from 2005 summer, so
2005 summer strategy guide for Ragnarok.
Only
summer.
Some of it might be a little bit out of date. But I also brought this. It's a collection of official and fan work from the RO community. I think this is mostly JRO, but they do have some beautiful prints of the official artwork, which I definitely wanted to bring back to you folks.
That's pretty awesome. Thanks for showing it to us. Wow. I'm so amazed.
So yeah, basically I've been studying Japanese since December of last year. I've been going to classes every day in Kyoto, and you know, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I posted pictures from Japan, but mostly being an angry leftist in Japan, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean the anniversary. How many years is it?
14
for
years.
IRO,
yeah.
Almost at the big 1.5, so
yeah,
I think that'll be a lot of fun.
I think.
Yeah, but you know, I hear that you folks have got some fun new content. Something about a new server.
Oh yeah, we have a brand new server, a brand new game actually, because it runs on its own client. It's called Restart, and it's crazy. It's basically our own little progression server.
Now, what does progression server mean?
Progression server means that we launched it as if it first first launched back in 2003. Mm-hmm. So it's very limited content, but all the systems and the UI and everything is updated to current renewal standards.
So it has all the quality of life features that people have been asking for from modern RO, but sort of starting it all over again. I like that idea.
Yeah, and then once every month we add just a little bit more content, be it the latest episode, or I mean the episode after that, or some other content that comes after. So it's kind of like experiencing it evolve in a more sped up way, and so all the players who are on Restart, they get to grow with the server.
Right. It's not kind of like big chunks at one time. It's just kind of like you get to try out the new stuff, and then everybody kind of gets used to it. So that's super cool.
Yeah. So I did tell everyone we'll be playing a bit of Rockridge, but do the people know that you had quite a hand in helping make Rockridge?
Yeah, so I guess it must have been like 2012, something like that. I started working for Gravity again in 2010, and pretty soon after it, we're always setting up ideas for anniversary events. So we had requested ones like kind of like a World's Fair, all sorts of fun ones. But I thought, what if we were able to suggest a U.S. theme town? Like most of the other versions of RO had gotten it, and especially once Port Malaya had come in. It's like, this is such a cool town. Wouldn't it be great if we had one for the IRO server for North America? And so it started off as a, like, could we get this as an anniversary? And it's something where they said, okay, we just need more information. You need to, create some quests. You have to come up with some ideas. And so, the team, and I, just like trying to find any kind of Wild West stuff. Oh, okay. So I thought, what would be cool for a IRO specific town? Some people said maybe something like a New York City, kind of like one of our big towns in America. But for me, it's kind of like, Back to the Future 3. It's sort of like the quintessential, very specific to America thing is the Wild West. It's this weird 1800s, expansion to the west, lots of frontier towns, kind of like people with gunfights in the street, stagecoaches. There's a lot of really iconic imagery from the Old West. And of course, growing up in Southern California, it's sort of, we have Knott's Berry Farm, we have Disneyland. So we sort of grew up marinated in this Old West mythology.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shadow Axe said, the only regret of Rockridge, Rebel didn't get as much love as some of us would have hoped. That's a different update.
Yes. Well, one of the things that we pitched when we finally put the full proposal in is like, we're having a Rebellion class come. Gunslinger is already sort of this fits really well with the IRO server, was sort of like the idea of North America, cowboys, gunslingers even. And we thought, hey, this would be the perfect time to, help the class out a little bit. We've got Rebel coming, so hopefully get some good stuff moving with that.
Yeah, definitely. Did you want to go ahead and play? Log in?
Sure.
Let's see. Let's pause this real quick. You can hear us, but you can't see us.
Is there an easy way to get warped over to there?
Yes. Hang on. Let's see if I remember it.
Let me see if I've got a level 38. That's probably not going to do it. Let me get logged on to a higher level character.
Yeah.
What did it end up being as for the recommended? You should be this level.
Let me check back on my notes for that. I do have this written down on one of the pages. So how do you like Japan while you're over there?
I've liked it quite a bit. Like it's well, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. It's a very modern place, but there's plenty of ancient stuff in there as well. There's no trash cans anywhere or water fountains.
Oh wow!
You just kind of have to like bring everything with you.
You do have to be at least level 100 for the main quest. All right, different character then. I think maybe we can turn off the pause screen.
Oh sure.
If you're just looking for characters. Yeah, you actually start getting over there through the docks in Alberta.
Okay, let me start making my way over. Well, so I got to 99, but not... You know, this stuff's always easier when you got a GM character. Oh, so Dancing Peter, what part of Japan did you live in? Interesting. Pull the Woo 1 says water fountains. That's weird. Over here in Europe as well, water fountains are a U.S. only thing.
Interesting. There's some major water fountains in some parts of Europe, but maybe they're just not as prevalent.
Maybe just in rural touristy areas.
Yeah, find this guy called Karampuchi.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yep. Talk to him, he'll get you over to Rockridge.
Chiba, very nice. That is in...
That's right at the docks.
Steven Tavares says, say hi to Brazil. Bom dia. Hope you all are having a good time. What was the name?
Karampuchi?
Karampuchi. It's like, let's see if I can find that barrel. Ah, here we go.
There we go.
Pink Rose stumbled across one looking for new markets. Now there's a city named Rock Ridge. Hello there, CM Buttercup. Many people have already flocked there wanting a share of gold that the new land has to offer. Just once. Hey there, Soy Milk. How are you doing? This loads so fast you can't even see the loading screens.
I know.
Holy smokes. So, okay. Basically, when I put the concept together for how the maps would look, it was sort of like, okay, you know, would like to have the Wild West theme town, sort of like in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and in all these Western movies, you have these streets that are laid out, sort of like a main center street, and you have the gunfights in the middle of that.
I just realized your character name is Laser Wolf. That's amazing.
Well, you know, if you can't have a character named after lasers and Fiddler on the Roof, you know, what can you do?
L'chaim.
Yes. So yes, Mazel Tov on getting the server launch and getting Rock Ridge in.
Oh, wrong Twitch game. Whoops. Guess I forgot to update that. That's okay.
That's okay.
We'll do it later.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been advertising this stream as special guest. Some people knew, but for the folks out there who don't, let's go ahead and show them who our special guest is. Let's take a picture super quick.
Oh.
Nice. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, you know, it's something where I definitely wanted to say hi to you folks, and it's definitely the thing that I miss most about not being a community manager is, like, you know, even though it could get a little contentious at times, being able to talk with everybody, you know, just every day, and especially during these live streams, was a lot of fun. But yeah, so what happened is, you know, we sent the basic concept over, and they said for the anniversary quest that would be Wild West themed, they said, actually, we kind of like this idea, but it's so big. I think this would be too big to get for your anniversary quest this year. Like, why don't we actually just turn this into an actual thing? It's like, oh, yeah. So, you know, we worked on getting more concept art. Like, this is, if any of you live in California, this is exactly one of the photo references that we sent over to them.
Oh, wow.
Here in Southern California, we have a wonderful museum called the Gene Autry Museum. It's sort of like Southwestern history, the Wild West. And one of the photos that we sent them was of this covered wagon. And so they had like a little fold-out kitchen with a table where people would where people would come and you could have a sit down and
Nice.
have a meal when you're on the road. So it's kind of that like a frontier spirit.
Jet, no, we are not on Restart right now. We're on... This is way too advanced for Restart. We're on Chaos server.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit before that comes on. But yeah, let me walk around and see the rest of the town, because we sort of it seems like when the concept art started coming back and the ideas that the Caro dev team that the developers had were like, oh my gosh, they've put so much time and love into this.
Yeah.
It's like super cool.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer 1, Speed Racer 2.
There's so much to look at. There's so much to look at here. Yeah, when I didn't see it when you and Camp were coming up with the ideas, but just looking at it now, it's clear that they had a lot of fun with this town. There's so much detail.
Yes, and see what they're talking about here is this is some real history from America. Basically talking about the old rock ridge that sunk into the sea, and they basically had to build a new town over the top of it.
Oh, so that's based on a true story.
Yeah. So Seattle, Washington, was originally built, right next to the sea, as kind of a port town.
Oh.
But the problem was that it was underneath sea level, so you'd have flooding problems. When the tide would come in, your toilets would explode. A lot of bad stuff. Oh, this is cool.
Isn't it?
But yeah, I mean, we sent in these pictures of water towers and these sort of the wooden architecture that makes the Old West pretty famous. But one of the ideas that the Caro dev team came up with is like having these like really cute, like we've had cactus monsters in the game with Mookas for a long time, but actually having like these extremely cute guys right here, that actually have like hats and stuff like that, is very cool. And then you have like real cactuses here, which that's kind of awkward, but what
yeah, it's one of those things that reminded me of when Dorem came out, where it's like, oh look, you can play as these cats. Are they the same as the Malongdo cats, or even the pet cats that are around?
I think we asked the devs, and they're like, no, they're different.
Yeah, and there are also pet cats that are just lying around.
Oh yeah.
It's like that whole thing with Goofy and Pluto, or why is Goofy a dog but Pluto also a dog but a pet? It raises existential questions that I'm not sure we want answered.
Oh gosh, I'm looking at myself in a mirror, and I don't know. Yeah. Oh wow, double. You can see the train. This is wonderful. So,
I love the textures in this town.
Yeah, you know what? The devs, especially the map making team, they always do a bang up job. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that it's like you might not have any reason to come up here now or yet, but it's just such a cool thing. Like, you might never swivel down to take a look at the seats. Somebody left their saddlebag here, but it's just like these details are here for if you're exploring the town.
Yeah, that's great for that.
Oh wow, they put a lot of detail into this train. This is a big train, by the way. This is a little bigger than we proposed to them, but it allows them to have a lot more detail in this thing. Like, look at this. They modeled the cowcatcher. They have this pouring with sunglasses. Like that. None of that stuff was in the concept, but it's so cool that they've got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you could tell that they fell in love with the idea and then just ran with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of little details, like you have the water pumps next to where these camels are.
Yeah, and then you have all these
like
camels.
Refueling. Ooh, treasure chest.
Still a mystery.
Hmm. Oh yeah, better halter mounts of camels. That's pretty cool. Here you just have like a mustache and eyes on this trailer.
It was on the other one you showed earlier too.
Ah, okay.
That one is cool. You don't actually see those unless you swivel over to look at it. So the top of the bank has just a bunch of giant Rockridge coins.
That is so cool. And look at all the details on the building itself. Like each dial is turning. It's a tremendous amount of detail. So yes, as you may have guessed, that is a bank. Nothing could possibly go wrong with the bank.
Especially not in a Wild West town.
No, certainly not. But yeah, there's like some dust that's blowing around. Also like these weird rotating lampposts. That's super cool.
Look at that wanted poster. It looks like a potato with a hat and glasses. I mean, it's too oblong to be a pouring, even though that's what I think it might be.
Like you need to have something where it's like people take some selfies next to the sunglasses cactus.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, basically at the time when I went to Japan, all we had was a couple of really cool renderings of what this town might look like. So all this is pretty much new to me.
Yeah, that's why I thought, you know, when you came over, it would be great to show you kind of the fruits of your labor and their labor, since it was your baby.
Well, it's all grown up.
It's all grown up now.
Let's go and take a look at the sheriff's office. Okay, so that's in the middle of the street.
Ultimate Bravery asks, are Rockridge quests doable for 99? Some of them are. There are some daily fetch quests that are available for players under level 100, but the main quest for Rockridge, you have to be 100 to complete it. You're actually, Oda, you're actually near one of the daily quests that you could do. A lot of it is just fetch quests, like, oh, get me these things.
Oh, and there's so many NPCs in this town.
Yeah, there's so many, and a lot of them talk using those little black boxes, so it's... Yeah, they really filled this town. They gave a lot of lore behind it, and a lot of reasons for there to be adventurers and people from Midgard and whatnot.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the things that we pitched as part of Rockridge, is that, you know, kind of like America, it's sort of a melting pot where people from all over the world, or all over Rune Midgard, would come to seek their fortunes.
Mm-hmm. Honey Bunny says hi. Hi, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Honey Bunny, I remember that name.
I love all the little planters with the cactuses and succulents.
Yeah, you know, you got to have kind of a dry garden thing going here.
Did you send them references for those as well? Or is that something they
I think that's something that they looked up on their own. Like, the way that I pitched it, it was definitely even drier than this, so I'm really happy that they did manage to get a lot of, like, greenery and stuff, because one of the main things that we're worried about is that, oh gosh, you know, it seems like a really cool town, but we do have a lot of desert towns. You know, you have Morok, you have Vanes, so, you know, we wanted to make it seem a little bit different than sort of like a... Oh my gosh.
Permanent Smile Gravity.
2016.
Okay. I remember seeing that in the concept art too, and I'm just like, I don't know where that's supposed to be, but now I know.
Ooh. Ah, these are just really cool spaces here.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, the way the Native Americans would be addressed in this area. I mean, you know, Native American history is such a huge part of what we consider to be the Old West. So not sure how they kind of finally ended up on in Rockridge proper, but we definitely wanted there to be like a respectful addition.
What they ended up doing, and you can actually see one of them if you go back to the docks that you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could see one right there. The native tribes, one of them is the cacti, the cactus people.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them's right over there to the left. He's really, really adorable. And so the whole thing is that the cactus tribe have been very helpful to the immigrants from Rune Midgard. They've been very helpful in helping them establish Rockridge, but they also, if you talk to some cactus NPCs, they will say that the people of Rune Midgard are a little bit greedy and they take a little more than they should from the land. So there's some commentary there. The other tribe is called the Tauruses, and they're basically a bunch of bull people, and their whole thing is that they're kind of like desert Vikings.
Ooh, I like that.
Their whole shtick is that they just pillage towns and steal, and so they act as like the main villains of the main quest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of the dynamic they ended up going with.
Yeah, that's very cool. Growing up with the Cowboys of Moo Mesa, which I'm sure had nothing to do with the creation of this town. But yeah, actually, like this building itself was based on one of the reference photos that we sent over there. There's a number of ghost towns in California like that. They were set up during the mining boom.
Have you been to any of the ghost towns around here?
A long time ago when I was a kid, but I don't think I've seen one recently.
I don't think I've been to any of them.
I'll definitely have to go. Whoa.
Yeah, when you pass by when you pass by some of these signposts, a little thing pops up that tells you what you're heading toward.
So, Ake, Bori, Choco. I wonder if...
Who knows?
This is very cool. Let me go check out one of the stores. Because I definitely want to check out the restart server.
Oh, that's right. We do have to... One thing that I overlooked is that the proper restart server isn't actually installed. I only had the test client that we had. I was told we do have to install it. Did you create an account?
No, I was trying to do it from my phone. I was on the road today, which unfortunately is the reason why I was late. I mean, not late. I showed up right when I was supposed to. I've never been late for a live stream ever. Yeah, they'll believe that.
I like how they know this comes after the Dorum, so they do have Dorum NPCs.
Cowboy hat. How much money do I got?
Nice. Someone's sporting this sombrero up there.
It's pretty stylish. I like that. Let's see what kind of weapons made it in. Ooh.
I love the names for these. Black Rose, Deathfire, Rolling Thunder, Peacebreaker. If you wanted to check out Restart, we can go ahead and get the process started while you can still do that. Oh yeah, here's where to download Restart. I have the links right here. Time
Go ahead and...
Time for our plug. If you haven't downloaded Restart, you can do so right here.
Yeah, so I was trying to get the registration going on the mobile, but the site is not, it did not like, it's like the actual field where you put in all the info is sort of cut off.
Oh, I see.
If you look at it on mobile, so I was trying to like shrink it down or something, but I'll get that set up in just a second. But yeah, if you folks have any questions about Japan, any places that you're like, oh, you know, I might be going to Japan, what would be cool places to see? One of the things I've done is on the weekends, I like to go and travel locally, you know, to nearby towns and try to find cool stuff. You know, if you're a fan of a place like Akihabara, they have their Den, their electric town in Osaka, which is nice because, you know, Osaka, it's a big city and it is pretty like crowded and bustling, but it's nowhere near as like crowded and kind of like narrow as Tokyo is.
Okay. So you can register by going right here.
Sure.
So you have been to Akihabara.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm actually trying to plan a trip to Japan with my boyfriend next year, and that's the #1 place that he wants to go to.
Oh, I always use Facebook for this thing.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. Did I
log out?
Did I get enough to eat in Japan? Yeah, like the portions are like tiny. They're tiny. They're tiny over there.
So I've heard.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Shader Blue says, when I was in Akihabara at 6 p.m., they closed off all traffic on the entire main street so people could get time lapses of the sun going down. That's pretty cool.
Oh, what is my login?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a bit.
This is why we have features like forgot your password.
I love that.
So good.
I'll take a look at that. Have you tried their curry rice? Yeah, there's a place called Koko Ichiban that is really fantastic for curry. It's a little on the pricier side. Like most places have curry, and curry is super inexpensive over there relative to most meals. Like you can make it for yourself pretty cheaply.
So what are some of the foods in America that you miss that you couldn't get over there?
Mexican food. There's a few places to get Mexican food in Japan, but they are kind of pricey and the flavor is not quite the same.
What do they do to it? Is it just kind of like, I don't know, Japanified Mexican?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more artisanal.
Oh, interesting.
So it's kind of like, oh, you get 2 tacos for like $15 or something. It's like really
Yikes.
pricey. Pizza is another thing that I did miss quite a lot from America. Okay, got logged in through here. What do I do next?
Let's see. I guess you'll have to move that little chat window over. Registry. Oh, try games list. Scroll all the way down. Yep. There you go.
Oops.
We are getting him set up with restart right now. Okay, cool. I guess that means you could just log in then. Let's finish setting up with the... Yep.
Yes, so we'll get that installed.
It could take several minutes, but that's okay. You could just keep exploring Rockridge until we get that installed.
Okay. Ah.
Okay.
I think one of the questions in the chat is, you know, are they as xenophobic as people say? A little bit. It's not necessarily like, you know, oh, I don't like these other cultures or something like that. I think it's just, it's more of kind of like a little bit of ignorance. Like they haven't, like Japan is a very homogenous society, and so they're not used to encountering people who are like not from the same culture, or in a case like mine, it's someone who is ethnically Japanese but didn't grow up there. Like when I'm speaking with someone in Japanese, and then there comes a point where they're like, "Wait a minute, this guy is not from here," and it's like, "Uh-oh." Like, you know, they just treat people a little differently, like not badly, but it's just, you know, that it's like, oh, you're not from here. Yeah.
Have you gotten a lot of people coming up to you just speaking Japanese a little too fast and fluently for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so usually if it's like they start speaking to you in Japanese, it's like, oh, okay. But if you have a problem, like, oh, can you repeat that? They're like, Chinese? It's like, oh, no, but, you know. So slowly, I think it's changing a little bit. But, yeah, I have a buddy who's Swedish. He's a big bearded guy. And they always try to speak to him in English. And he's like, no, my Japanese is pretty good, you know.
But, that's funny.
They're just like constantly trying to like, and so he found that to be pretty frustrating. So it's kind of like out of a misplaced politeness, I guess, or you know they like to practice English.
Looks like we're ready to go with Restart.
Yeah, let's check out Restart.
Let's set it up here with so people can see it in the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. You okay?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll just set this up.
I would like to see some of the other maps on Rockridge. Like maybe if you have a GM account that can warp around a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't memorized the Rockridge maps like I did with the other ones though, but that's alright. A lot of it is pretty condensed. Oh, looks like I'll pause that. It's funny because Restart also has a Rockridge background.
But it's like you're not going to be getting that for a little while. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Pause while we log in. Go for it.
Awesome art.
Hi, Bank Trapper and Shadow. 5 and 8 says Americano Spy.
Yes, I only drink Americanos when I'm over there. It's okay. Wow, 4.
Yeah, so go ahead and create your first Restart character.
Well, I'm taking a look at this, and it's got some pretty interesting new stuff here. Holy smokes.
That's actually what the character creator looks like in the updated client for renewal too. But the bottom one where you see VIP members, that's replaced with a Dorum creator.
Holy smokes.
Oh yeah, that's
finally
right.
Got
you can create different genders on the same account.
On the same account. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was an update that was a long time coming, much anticipated, and
Definitely.
a lot of people love it. Hi, Joaquin.
Hello there. How are you doing?
One of the funniest and kind of cutest reactions I've seen to Restart has been on the forums, where somebody started a thread that was asking people like, oh, what cool names did you get? And then I realized, oh, because it's brand new, people can get simple names. So people were saying like, I got the name Candy and stuff like that. I'm like, they're so excited. They haven't been able to do this for a while.
Exactly. Like, even when I started back in 2005, it's kind of like we were still like, oh, you know, well, usually it's because we were banning a bot. Like, oh, I'm hunting this bot, and they're like Elvis Presley 4, and it's like, wow, number 4.
The fourth one. Hi, Daniel K, Danny X Stream.
That's a familiar name. Let's see.
Possibilities are almost endless.
They are. I wasn't thinking about this before. Yeah.
Does it take you a long time to name your characters, unlike every game?
Well, it's kind of like
All Access says hi from Egypt. Wow, all the way from Egypt. Hello.
Hello there, welcome. Egypt, very cool.
Wow, great name.
What time is it in? Where you folks are in the world now? What time is it? For us, it is about 6:30 in the evening.
Oh yeah, that's right. You get to see our achievement system also.
Achievements?
Yeah.
Old Spracky.
Oh, Spracky. I made the joke that Spracky's actually your mother because she's the first woman you see as you come into this world. I don't know how well that joke landed, but it happened. It's okay.
You know, it's kind of like, most RPGs, they start off and it's like, hey, it's your mom. It's like, hey, you're going on this adventure.
Yeah, like
make
Pokemon.
Sure that, yeah, exactly. Like, hey, you don't leave our village because if you don't have a Pokemon, you'll be murdered. And it's like, well, okay, Mom. 3:23 a.m. Gosh, thank you for staying.
Wow.
Staying up with us, or maybe you woke up early. So yeah, we got the classic sort of pre-renewal starting trading grounds here.
You leveled up just for walking over.
Exactly. It's a lot of experience. You're learning how to walk around. That's a participation trophies. No, millennials.
Oh, those darn millennials.
These novlennials.
I did tell them we'd wrap up at the hour, but we could stay until about like 6:45 if you'd like to keep exploring and showing it off on stream.
Absolutely, if it's okay with you.
Yeah, I think 6:45 would be good.
Sure. So yeah, let's take a look and okay, so we've got these. So let's take a look at wow.
You get achievement for almost anything you do.
Ooh.
Which makes certain things feel less of a grind, because I know, Ragnarok is traditionally a very grindy game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have achievements like this, you can claim rewards for it, and it's easier to feel good about what you've done in the game.
Wow, so you're actually getting rewards out of this?
Yeah. Like,
what kind of reward stuff are you getting?
Sometimes it's consumable items. Sometimes you actually get a hat for doing stuff.
Ooh.
It all depends. It changes. Yeah, it's really fun.
That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're in the future now. I love all those newbie eggshell hats.
Of course, you know, that is part of the RO experience. Everybody starts off on a level playing field. You've all got these goofy hats on. You know, they're the same hats that you've been getting since
forever.
Since like, well, I don't know how early they introduced them. Romeo says, you want to see a cool achievement? Summon 50 billion Zeti and trade it to me. Yeah, that would not be a cool achievement. That would be very warm. Like in the prison, get sent to the GM dungeon. You know, it's always a toasty 90 degrees. Okay, so
You gotta get your first aid. He's right up there.
oh wow. Wow, actually getting first aid here, huh?
Yeah. You get it pretty early. Ohio says, what's the purpose of the restart server? To restart the Ragnarok experience. To have our own progression server. It starts everybody off, like you mentioned, on an even playing field now more than ever, and now everyone can also level up together once we start adding more things like expanding the level caps, adding new content per month, stuff like that. You get to play the game as it evolves.
Talk to Chocolat. Oh. Ah, okay.
Yeah, she introduces you to these very important NPCs.
This is very nice. This is very logical. I always just said no more. Just like, thank you. I've done the quest. I've read the wiki.
Yeah, so this is great, especially for people who are brand new to the game or people who haven't played in a really, really, really long time.
Well, you know, renewal removed the training grounds, but you know what? It's back. I should probably make sure that I've got the potions equipped.
Yep. That's where everyone goes to level up together.
I'm not gonna...
And nope, not right now. Braid is over by the front where you just came in, and he'll tell you all about...
Okay.
This is where you actually get to try out different classes. So there are NPCs representing like Merchant class, Acolyte, Archer, stuff like that. And then they can give you the job manual, so you try it out, do some quests. This is where people start finding...
Already got a novice down.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where you go and test out the other classes. It's behind you if you wanted to see those. Also, that's really weird. I haven't seen that happen.
I accidentally dragged it. Ah, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice. At least you can reposition it. Oops. Not yet, Drops. Not yet. Yeah, spores are pretty good for that. I want to play an alchemist. How long am I going to have to wait? Seems like that'll be a little ways down the line.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a few months.
Oh, Soy Milk says show Oda the new minimap add-on.
Oh yeah, so if you walk around, look at the minimap. You see something different below it?
Oh, you actually got like low coordinates, so you don't have to slash where.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know, this is like what we had in the training grounds before we had the Creatura Academy. where you'd be able to get little books like, oh, I want to learn how to be a thief. Merchant, archer. Let's see. I usually roll misdemeanor as a mage.
So you can talk to the other ones. They'll give you quests, and that's just a good way of leveling up. They'll usually just send you to hunt some monsters, and then you can be like, okay, give me my new job.
Okay.
Yep, they tell you to kill things. That's right.
Okay, there we go.
There, you got it. Very cool.
You got to be real specific to click on the right thing here.
Yeah.
All right. Click the down arrow below the map. Whoa!
Oh, right, that too. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, you could do that. Notes.
Oh, well, I guess you can't write a ton, but that's cool. That is amazing.
I know, it's super great. Stabby.
All right, let's see. Midgard North. This doesn't exist yet. But also, hey, you actually have
Soon.
like this is just a fanciful. Interesting. Oh, this is just a fanciful imagination, a deadly premonition of what
is to come.
What is to come. Uh-oh.
Soon, TM. Ooh.
Ooh.
Achievement.
I've reach achievement level 1. And
I heard you like achievements, so we put achievements for your achievements.
Okay, press tab when I have the map open. Yes, I love this. So yeah, I don't think it had the thing before where it showed the Kafra on there. But that's like a really fun thing.
So much room for activities.
Yeah, and you know, of course, you had the little animation of the airships moving around. So yeah, Midgard North. That is actually something where I think we had teased that out like back when I was still here. It was when the Caro development team had come to visit us. They said, "Hey, you know, why don't you show off this this future cool thing that we're excited to talk about?"
Jet says, "Wait, so is the progression server going to become a totally different game in the end?" It will be a little different, but not totally. I believe they're focusing the content in on specifically Rune Midgard, so a lot of the outside worlds, like Lasagna for the dorms, I don't believe they will be included. It'll just follow a very linear path with this world, but it will be getting all the updates that the renewal servers got, just a little bit over time. Eventually, it may catch up, but we are still updating renewal with new content coming over from KRO and other stuff, so yeah, it'll be a while before it completely catches up. if it ever does. Five and Eight asks, are we building the content? Not all of it. We get to build some content.
Yeah, do you have anything fun coming up for upcoming holidays, or anything that you've teased out recently, like Iroh specific stuff?
In terms of updates?
So many monsters here.
I know, there's so many.
Oh, yeah, that's why everyone's dead, is because just like in the old days, everybody kills all the monsters at the bottom of the map.
Yep. For updates, we actually just went through like an avalanche of updates. There was, let's see, there was 16.1, which adds on to the,
Ooh.
I believe, the main storyline.
Ooh,
And
yes.
almost as soon after that was done, we had Rock Ridge, and then quickly after that came Restart. So it's been one after another after another.
Oh, you guys
it's
have been
pretty
real
crazy.
busy.
Yeah, we actually it's too bad they're not here today, but we do have a second assistant producer to accompany Ozalia.
Yeah.
Her name is Magus, and she's been helping out Campator and Ozalia with a bunch of stuff that needs to be done, because now there's so much more to work with.
Ah, that's great. You know, always cool to see more people on the team. Like, yeah, just every new person that we've got on the RO team. It's just like being able to deliver more stuff to the players. So that is very, very cool.
Mm-hmm. So I believe episode 16.2 should be coming out later this year, if everything goes well, and so far things have been going well. But yeah, the Rock Ridge was definitely for the 14th anniversary. So I believe after Restart, things will calm down a little bit, and then we'll get going again with some of the new updates we have scheduled for later. Restart's going to be taking up quite a bit of time, because it does have monthly content updates.
Yeah, so that definitely kind of like, okay, definitely going to have a stricter timeline to get stuff done on there. But yeah, let's see. Trainer at the bottom and select level 2 to be empty. Okay, that's a good idea.
Shadow Axe still waiting marriage updates. That's right. In one of our developer Q&A episodes, we did say that the KRO did confirm for us that we will be getting the same-sex marriage update later this year.
Yeah, that's something that we've been pitching to them for a long time.
I also, this is something that you can already do. You can already marry a Dorum. So there were mixed feelings about that, but
I remember hearing the chatter about that.
Let's see. Imawe said, is 16.1 token character bound? Oh, the tokens, I believe they are. In 16.1 you run favors for like the Rune Midgard royal families, and if you complete their quests and their favors, they give you these tokens, which is like, their token of their favor, which you can exchange for items. Which is kind of like how the Rock Ridge coins work too. If you run errands, you get those coins, and then you can use those to buy items that are only available in Rock Ridge.
Okay, that's okay. I'll just hunt down things here.
Pull the Awu says, will same-sex marriage be applied to Restart earlier, or will Restart have to wait until catching up to the 2017 update schedule? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure if it's going to follow the update schedule exactly as Ragnarok had done it, or if we're going to be tailoring it in specific ways. I think Campator wants to tailor it, but again, I'm not privy to the update schedule. But we will let you know what's coming up just before they come out. Position lag fix. Actually, if you check the patch notes for this week, it's being tested in Sacre.
Ooh.
Yeah, there are two major fixes that we're actually testing out. Let's see. One of them is the position bug. The other one, let me double check.
Okay, I just need to get a second picky.
Position bugging fix and map position display. Frank Otaku, nice to see you.
Hey, Frank Otaku, I remember that name.
Frank Otaku likes to jump in at the very end of the stream, and now is no exception.
Which, yes, I'm actually going to be continuing to play this character. Woo!
Awesome.
But I did want to see a little bit more Rock Ridge, especially some of those parts that I haven't been able to see yet.
Realized this was
especially because as someone who no longer has access to a GM account, you know, it may be a little while before I get to see those new areas. So
okay,
I definitely want to check them out before we call it a stream.
Sure, for sure. Let's do that right now. So you said you wanted to do that on a GM character?
Yeah, just so you can kind of warp around, move at a little faster speed.
Cool.
Frank Taco says, glad to see you again, Odo. How was Japan? Japan's great. You know, it's kind of like such an ancient place. Like the oldest stuff here in California is maybe 100 years old or so. You know, not super old. Like California only became a huge thing like kind of after the gold rush, but you know, Japan is just like hundreds of years. And you know, I'm sure that you know, China, Egypt, like all these ancient wonderful civilizations like have way more history even than Japan. But it is super neat. Like you know, I live next door to a giant old temple, and that's one of the newest ones you know, in Kyoto. Like Higashi Honganji is a temple. Like that's my denomination, and the temple there, you know, it burnt down in the 1800s. So you know, they took donations from members all over the country to rebuild it, and so it's one of the newest ones in town, I guess. But fortunately, they built it with some better fire prevention equipment.
Okay, so you can actually use one of mine so that
Yeah.
the CM characters, you can actually play a Dorum.
Oh yeah.
If you really want.
Are those like cat ghosts?
Yes. So Dorums have this ability called Soul something. Gosh, hold on.
You know, I'm gone for just a few months and
everything's changed.
Everybody's getting delusions of grandeur.
Jeez. Cool. Okay. Well, this. Come on. Why won't you move? Oh, that's right. It's got. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
The old multi-screen thing.
Yep. Let's see. So they have this thing called Soul Attack, and Sprite Mabel. So those are really these are tiny little souls that in some attacks you can use to throw at your enemies. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, it looks like I'm already in Alberta, so let's try to... Oh, right, we can move faster. I don't exactly remember the names of the maps, so I don't know how useful this will be. Let me try to find out.
Yeah, or we can just take the warp.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I listed it on the website actually.
Sure. Frank Taku says, amazing. It looks like you enjoyed the visit and learned a lot. You even sound more wise now. I don't know about that. I'm still a dum-dum, but you know.
Still level. What level are you now?
Yeah, probably like level 60 or something like that. but you know, it's been an opportunity. Like, especially being outside of the U.S., it gives you an appreciation for the stuff that we have here. You know, it's a beautiful place in Japan, but it's definitely more crowded. Like, everything's kind of real close together. And especially growing up in California where things are super spread out and kind of relaxed, things do seem a little bit more tight in Japan. JetXJet says, Oda, do you play any MMO aside from RO? You know, I've tried out the other ones, like, especially when working here, it's like, you know, we need to be aware of the competition, see what kind of things they do. So, you know, I played a little bit of the Old Republic, WildStar, played that for a little bit, but nothing really stuck too much. Like, you know, RO's got a ton of content in there, but it's mostly like finding the time for an MMO is very, very difficult. 5 and 8 says California is far from spread out if you're closer to San Francisco. Yeah, definitely San Francisco, the Bay Area, is way different from Southern California.
Let me see if I
Romeo says, Cali is spread out? I will take you to Texas, Oda. Yeah, I mean, places like Wyoming, places like Texas, I mean, I'm sure it's like crazy, crazy different. Take a break on our guild spot. You are close to us.
Not right now. We're trying to get over to Rockridge again.
Okay, it's going to be southeast from there. It's close to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the housing market in San Fran, that's a real rough thing. Like, it's not great in California or in SoCal, but...
Alright, if you want to, whoops.
There's something about a passage to the underground.
Yes, there is a passage to the underground. Let me see if I could find him. Someone's saying hello again. Hello. I believe he's somewhere down here. I think you can get to it without doing the quest. You can go to the underground section. Dorum NPC. Fellow Dorum. See if I remember where this guy is. There are other ways to get to the underground passage, though. Oh, okay. Okay, I can actually go in here. Yeah, let's go. Go ahead and explore the underside of Rockridge.
You know, people were joking about the airplane that crashed on the 405. Like, that certainly didn't help my commute getting over here, but...
Yeah, I bet.
People were joking that it was Harrison Ford, and I'm like...
Aww.
Maybe, right?
Here, you can move your chair over a little bit. Just so people can see you.
So, yeah.
A lot of little rats down there.
Oh, cool, like little seashells. But yeah, like Seattle, it was below sea level, so basically to continue living there, they had to build a whole city over the top. And so you can go on tours right now where you go to the old part of the city where it's, you know, buried underwater. Or it's, you know, buried underground now. Ah, this is cool. This is just like the concept art that they sent over to us.
Oh, okay.
I like this whole thing of kind of like nature and the ocean sort of reclaiming these. Oh, okay. So you just like you're shooting out ghosts at. That is disturbing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. It's a little bit sinister, and then it's like, well, they're cats, so.
I guess cats are plenty sinister. Oh wow, that's really neat. What about the field map?
Oh yeah, so you'll like this. You'll love a lot of the references that are in the quests. Like the main quest, it was named something else before, but we renamed it Fistful of Zenny.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk to some of the NPCs, it's really funny what they come up with for dialogue. Oh, if you go all the way over to the west side of the map, you can actually reach the field. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant east.
Sure.
So you're nearby. Yeah, just turn around. I think I know what directions are.
Ah, that is really nice.
Yeah, keep going down. You should find the exit to one of the fields. I believe there's 2 fields.
Not bad, not bad.
And there you go. Those are the Buffalo Bandits.
Look at that. That's wonderful.
Yeah, there's a few different types. One of them has a crazy gun with like 3 different barrels coming out of it. Yeah.
Well, definitely wanted to get more like humanoid enemies that also had like interesting weapons. Like, you have a lot of monsters. You have a few monsters that have guns, but not a lot. Yeah, I heard about the wizard test.
Yeah.
Captain was like, yeah, we had to change that pretty quick.
No, I am gay. Yeah, that was a thing that happened, and none of us knew why. Nobody knew why it said that at all. You can't press the register button on the restart account sign up. Oh, that's a strange little error.
What browser are you using? If you're trying to do it on mobile, I was having a similar problem. Ragnarok has a cow level. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Oh, don't tell Blizzard. In trouble. But yeah. We wanted to have like a Native American village. This is super cool. Like, this is actually the area that I was like, I should have brought the pictures and stuff like that. But
okay, here's one of the other maps. Thank you, IRO Wiki, if you wanted to see the other field.
Ooh, yeah. This is super cool.
That one. In that one, you get to see a cactus village. Cerebral Evil said, I didn't even get to play RO back in 2003 because I didn't have the money to play as a 10-year-old kid. Yeah, the subscriptions were definitely something that, it was difficult, if you didn't have that. And we didn't even have the, take surveys and stuff. And definitely running long, so I apologize. That's all right.
Like, this is so cool.
Isn't it, though?
This is really neat. Like, it was like, yeah, we want to have the train tracks right here. Like, this is pretty darn close to what we had pitched when we said, hey, we want to have this. But, they're able to get details like these little rock formations and sort of petrified wood.
Here, if you wanted to visit the mine.
Oh, yeah. We'll check out the mine. But yeah, like these kind of rock formations are what we wanted to see. Where is the village on this map?
Oh, that might have been the wrong map. Whoops.
Oh, well.
My bad.
We'll go and check out the dungeon.
You can check out the mine. I'll find the tiny little village after you write that one down. So that's that's like a broken elevator shaft.
Yeah, another one of those things where it's like, okay, RO, we certainly have map. We have maps that take place in mines. How are we going to make this kind of unique? And so the idea for crystals is sort of like, it's like Valkyria Chronicles. you know, you got a JRPG, you know, you have an RPG, you're gonna have some big glowing crystals. You know, that kind of gives a lot of visual flair to, you know, what is usually kind of like a gray sort of map, or a real brown sort of map. Hey there, Veritas. Ooh, mine collapse. Okay, can't go farther that way. Maybe we should start mine again. Yeah, I agree. This is cool.
Just try going to this one. Not to, just that one, no coordinates, because I think you'll be able to find it. Okay, so I think bottom right-hand corner is where it is. There it is.
Yes, yes.
Cactus Village. They're so cute.
Little Lecter. Also, a cactus drinking agave juice. Like, is that weird? Is that weird?
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
I didn't think about that until right now, but it is a little weird.
Great animations on these.
I know.
Yeah, this has been really fantastic.
Cactus children.
This is so cool, actually seeing this like in the game.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. So yeah, you know, I'd like to thank you folks so much for joining us.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, joining CM Astra, and you know, I'm having fun guesting here.
Yeah, I'm so glad you could come back and do a stream.
Absolutely, happy to do it. You know, it's always good seeing the old gang again.
Awesome. So, I mean, you should definitely keep playing on your own time, especially Restart, because that's...
Yeah, I think Restart's a little closer to my speed. Like
around the same here. I definitely started my own new character. I'm like, let me try, you know, rolling how I used to.
I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna start a new character on renewal. And it's like, okay, you know, going on chaos, and it's like, oh, there's so much. There's so much here.
It's a little daunting, but Restart is definitely more digestible.
Yeah. You know, I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks again, Oda, and thank you all for joining us here on Warp Portal Weekly. I hope you enjoyed our special guest, which I kept a very bad secret, but that's how I wanted it.
Very cool. Thank you so much, folks, and have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Sayonara.